everybody, welcome back to another episode on the Imperium Goddess Diaries. Today we're going to be talking about the supermoon that's happening in Pisces on the 31st of August. It is a blue moon as well because it is our third moon of August, which happens very, very rarely. And it's super exciting. The last time this happened was in 2015. And we're going to talk about the energies at the moment because they are quite, how should I say it? Probably just intense. Intense is probably the best word for it, but this is a really, really good time as well to come into face your biggest dreams and your destinies and your loves and your desires. And you'll also be faced with the things that just aren't really working for you, that's holding you back from those desires as well. So I hope you enjoy this episode and let's get into it. Now, not only am I going to be talking about the full moon and how it's going to be working for you, I'm also going to be discussing the current state of the energies in the moment and how we can actually cultivate that to the best of our ability. Because I know that the planet at the moment is going through so much change. A lot of ascension, has been a lot of attacks on spirituality as well, been attacks on light beings and areas that contain a lot of love and light as well. In the past couple of months, we have seen a little bit of devastation as well, obviously happening in Hawaii, which I send a lot of my love to that as well. One of the best things that we can do. But I'm going to be strongly talking about how we can really just zone in and take our own power back, because it's so much easier to maintain that for ourselves if we know what we're doing. And it's also really easy to kind of let that go and let other people and other forces take control over that for us. But I want to start off with the full moon, because this full moon, I'm kind of feeling it's a sense of, hey, I know we've been through a lot, but don't forget to focus on the things that you love, your dreams, your goals, and your desires, because they're still there. And they're still there for a reason. They're there for you to achieve them. They're there for you to go to them, because it's written in the stars. That reality exists already. You've just got to kind of step into it. But there is things still holding you back. There's things that be still holding you back over time. But if we know how to get rid of those things and know how to understand why they're there and why they have been there and things that we have been experiencing, we're going to be able to move forward with such ease. Because Pisces, remember, Pisces is fluid. Pisces has no boundaries. It's free. It's one with everything. It is the last sign of the zodiac. It's the sign of the zodiac that connects to everything. It is 12th house. It is Neptune. Sometimes it's hard to understand Pisces and Neptune as well as a whole. But I think what you need to understand about it most is that it's oneness. And it's everything and it's everyone and it holds you, all right? Because Pisces is a feminine energy, much like its counterpart Virgo. Virgo is also feminine. They're both healing energies. And it's when you have the sun opposing the moon, you've got two archetypes working at the same time, and how are you going to cultivate both as well? Now, what I ask is that you guys take a look at is that desire that you're still looking towards, that goal that you're still looking towards. What part of you still doesn't really want that to go ahead? What part of you is still kind of not okay with you jumping into that? What area of your life, what belief, what system, what experiences that you can see that have been presented to you that you're showing in your inner world that's just not allowing you to step forward into those amazing goals and those beautiful dream life that you are so deserving to achieve? What is that? Pisces allows us to remove, it asks us to remove those, but I understand how difficult that is sometimes to really remove the things that are holding us back, because we hold on to them for a reason, because they mean something to us, because they make us feel safe and we understand them. They're tangible. It's tangible to hold on to things that no longer serve us, because we actually know that it works. Weird, hey? But the dreams that you don't stop thinking about are your dreams for a reason. So we need to go towards that and look at that in a way of, where can we cultivate all of the energy from that we've got now, that we're experiencing right now? Where can we draw into our reality right now what we need? And Pisces will be able to illuminate that for you, but also illuminate for you what still isn't working. And what I find one of the most beautiful things to Pisces, it's so deeply connected to source, and wherever it is in your chart, we all have Pisces in our chart, whether we have placements or not. Wherever it does sit in your chart is the part of your life that you need to kind of like work through and look at and deeply understand. is that wherever this, I will put on my TikTok, like where also it sits in the houses for every rising sign. But where can we bring in that more fluidity and more peace loving and more unity with ourselves? Because we are all part of a one consciousness. We are all part of one. Like we are just, the universe is experiencing itself in one go. Do you know what I mean? So where can we pull in our desires from, and what is driving us forward? Can we move forward in this time? Can we move forward the things that we love doing the most? Can we move forward in things we love doing the most to the best of our ability, even if it's a little bit every time? Can we look at it like that? What is still holding us back from just doing those little bits every day? Can we train ourselves just a little bit to jump in and do something that we love for ourselves that's going to make us happy? We are now in a very heightened state of consciousness. There's a lot of beings at the moment who are still obviously waking up, and that will happen over time. But there are beings that are just elevating, and things are dropping away. Things are dropping away. And if you are a being of healing, of light, of love, of you come into this world to cultivate that, these experiences might be a little difficult for you at the moment, because I know for myself that I felt the same way. As you grow, you lose, but as you grow, you notice more of you. And are you going to lose parts of you that don't work for you, or are you going to still hold on to them? And what I have found personally is that the more that I hold on to the things that don't work for me, the louder they are, the more inconvenient they are for me. It's inconvenient to keep them around. It's more convenient for me and easier for me to be in the flow, which is all Pisces is about. It's about being in the flow. Now, not only do we have the full moon in Pisces, it's also conjunct Saturn in retrograde. Saturn is our planet daddy, I like to call Saturn. It is the planet of, we know it's the planet of karma. Some people are scared of Saturn. I think Saturn is fantastic. I think the energy that Saturn brings is more like an order. Things need to be settled, things need to be understood and organized. It's interesting because it's across Virgo, and Virgo is also very organized, structured. But to Saturn, it's just like, what are you going to do to put these things in place? What are you going to do? Okay, let's remove the disillusionment, because Saturn, because Pisces is disillusion. But Saturn is going, okay, you know your dreams. What's the steps that you're going to take? What are you going to start doing to get there? It's almost like you've got your dreams, and then you've got how you're going to do it in one. So you've got say for example, you've got like a creative team, and you've got the creative aspect of the team who has all the ideas, and then you've got the analytical part of the team that's going to put them together. And then what you need to do is just start actually moving towards all those steps that the analytical team has taken. Obviously, this is like Saturn and Pisces. Saturn and the moon and Pisces. Anyway, so you get what I'm saying. But what are you going to do with those two teams? They can work together. If you guys have ever watched the Steve Jobs movie, he was a creative, complete creative, but he couldn't put it together, which is why he had a team to put these things together for him, to make his dreams come true. This is the supportive nature of Saturn right now, conjunct the moon, both in Pisces, to go, okay, you know what your dreams are. Here are the steps to do it. And you will find the steps as you go along. And you probably already know the first steps that you can take. That's the best of your ability to the parameters that you have, the steps that you can start taking properly. And then all of a sudden you'll start opening up doors that will get you into other steps. And you're okay, well, this is going to start working for me. I'm going to start taking this on as well. And all of a sudden you start being in that flow, which is the flow that Pisces loves the most. And like I said before, when we do have a full moon, it is always in the opposite sign of where the sun is sitting. So the sun is in Virgo, and Virgo loves structure and order and routine and wellness. Where can you bring in the energy of Pisces right now into that sun energy of Virgo and meet in the middle? Because as we know, we have a shadow aspect of every sign. And if you're too much in the shadow aspect of one sign, it's good to cultivate the opposite end of that. So say, for example, if you are so much in your Pisces in the shadow end, and when you lack boundaries and you're just kind of flowing without direction, where can you bring in the Virgo to start going, hey, let's just get some order in this. Let's get some routine. Let's put some things into place to actually make ourselves live in a little bit more harmony. But when you're in the more shadow side of Virgo, when you're all structure and all routine and just focusing on just the closed in world of the immediate, where can we cultivate the Pisces and go, okay, let's bring in a little bit more oneness and a little bit more flow. So the full moons always are asking us, okay, let's look at what this is bringing, but can we bring in the opposite sign to actually help boost that as well and work in complete unity? The signs, I find it's funny, with every sign they have an opposite sign, but they have a lot of similarities as well. As much as they have opposites, they have a lot of similarities too. So you will find yourself connecting also with your opposing sign, which is really interesting. It's not always opposite, but there's traits of that you will embody as well. So embody both at the moment, but also bring in that Saturn. This is like a fantastic way. Like I was talking about the team before, the creative team and the analytical team. This is so supportive of, right, I know we've been through so much. I know we've probably lost and we've experienced it, we've awakened again and we're uncomfortable. But hey, your dreams are still here. And these placements right now, these planetary placements are like, we are here to support you. All of our planets are here to support us and help us to grow. And can we also have a look at our experiences that we've had in this life to boil down to this moment and be like, hey, what have I actually learned? And how can I cultivate all of that and put that into one? Put that into making something work with every facet. Not just the planets, not just the signs, but every facet of the oneness of the world. Can we put it all together and can we start creating something that we really, really want to? Because the world deserves to see you shine. And I've said this before in videos, if you have a dream, if you have a vision, if you have a gift, there is someone or a group of people or a collective that are going to need that from you. So, and if you really, really want to achieve it, if that is your highest passion, your highest desires, there's no way that it won't happen for you. It'll always happen for you. You just have to move towards that goal. So the things that I invite you to take away from this video and take away from this full moon is to understand, okay, my vision's here. I can see it. I can feel it. I understand it. Even if it seems really far away, and Saturn goes, what steps can we take? What can we start doing? And then the Virgo says, let's get some routine in and let's get some order, but let's bring in, let's bring in that oneness and let's do this together. I find this full moon, as wacky as it is, didn't really sleep well last night. I never really sleep well around the full moon. Just doesn't happen for me. But there was things that I had to think about. Obviously, there was a lot of thoughts going on in my head. I'm like, okay, there's things I need to think about. There's things I need to consider. And I'm just going to roll with that. So I invite you guys to do the same thing. And I hope that, you find your way through this as well. One last thing is that I've said this before, but everything is here to support you. And astrology is a tool that can help support that. But you also can find so many synchronicities and so many ideas everywhere in your life if you just are open to looking at it. And as you step more into the things that you want to be doing and the dreams that you have, is that you start noticing things and you'll start noticing how the universe actually does support you in every way that it can. It wants you to achieve your goal. It's why you keep thinking about it. Okay. I hope you enjoy this. I hope you have taken something from this, and happy full moon. I hope that everyone sleeps. I hope I sleep too, to be honest. Have the best day, and I'll see you guys soon.